Today, I'm going to be ranking all Star Wars movies. When I mean all 11, not just the 9 Skywalker Saga. And it's going to go from Grandmaster to Stormtrooper. Grandmaster means wow, super good. Master means it's good. Knight means it's okay. Padawan means below average. And Youngling means it's bad. And when I mean below average for Padawan, I mean it's not okay, but it's not bad. And Stormtrooper means it's terrible. Alright, Phantom Menace, Padawan. I liked some scenes in Phantom Menace, but overall, for a story, they could have done better. It's kind of like a child movie. George Lucas even said it's for 12-year-olds, and I just felt like it didn't live up to the originals. And I love Darth Maul, my favorite character in Phantom Menace, and one of my favorite characters. I love the Duel of the Fates. A lot of people would think that. And I love the pod race, even though I felt like it was a little short. And I don't know if people like if people like the pod race, but it has issues. Like Jar Jar Binks, like I close my ears every single time. And little Anakin, I know he was bullied. I can't remember his name. He didn't deserve to be bullied because he did a good job for what he was given, especially since he was a 9-year-old. He did so good for that, but overall, I just felt still like a 9-year-old, so, So, it's at Padawan. Clone Wars, should I put it in Youngling? I'm putting it in Padawan. It's a tough decision, but I have to put it in Padawan. The reason I'm putting it in Padawan is it introduces Count Dooku, and and Yoda fights for the first time, and so does Mace Windu. Even though Mace Windu just fights with droids, but Yoda fights with Count Dooku, and Count Dooku is one of my favorites as well. But Darth Vader will always be my favorite. And everything is just too fast. Everything is too fast, and the romantic scenes are just cringe. I don't like sand. It's rough, coarse, and irritating, And the acting was not that good. They could have done better for the acting. So, Padawan, but lower side. Revenge of the Sith. Grandmaster. I absolutely love this movie. Best Star Wars movie ever. It's the best one. I loved everything about this. Yoda versus Palpatine, so good. 2 equals fighting. Obi-Wan versus Anakin, super good. And Count Dooku versus Obi-Wan and Anakin, mainly Anakin, super good as well. And I loved everything, including the space battle and when they introduced Grievous. Obi-Wan versus Grievous, super good. They did a good job with this movie. My only complaint would be that if they could go back and change it, I would probably say change Palpatine versus the 4 Jedi. It was way too short. They could have made it longer. New Hope. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites. New Hope's the first one, and the way they made it, oh my god, for 1977. It was made in 1976, and it was released in theaters in 77. But for 76 animations, super good. I love this movie so much. Alright, Empire Strikes Back. Let's see here. Grandmaster. I love this movie. I love I Am Your Father. I love Luke versus Vader. Super good. And it has a few issues, but overall I love this. They introduced Lando Calrissian, and everything about this, like Han Solo getting carbon frozen. and his line right before it, and never tell me the odds, and the Hoth battle, and the Millennium Falcon trying to invade the Empire, and they don't have light speed in the start when they're escaping the Hoth. Super good. I love it. Return of the Jedi. Master or Grandmaster? I'll put it in Grandmaster. It's super good. I love the movie. It's there's a few issues, but it doesn't live up to the rest of the originals, but I'll tell you something. It's one of the best movies in Star Wars. Just not as good as the originals. Or Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is the best movie. It's the best movie of all time in my opinion. But Return of the Jedi has its issues, but I liked how Vader's redeemed in the end. And I liked how he just lifts up Palpatine. If you're wondering how Palpatine didn't sense it, I have a video coming up about that, so you might want to watch it. And just a lot of things are good. Just it's it doesn't live up to A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back though. Force Awakens. I'm putting Force Awakens. It's just a remake of A New Hope, and probably the best part is when General Grievous is giving his speech. And I hated how they killed Han Solo, but the only reason for keeping it out of Stormtrooper is because of the whole Star Killer base, even though that's basically the Death Star. How General General Hux gives the speech. How General Hux gives the speech like he's the Hitler of Star Wars. Super good. And I hate for where his character goes. Speaking of where his character goes, let's see here. Last Jedi. Oh my God. It's the best movie in all of Star Wars, I bet. Wrong. It's one of the worst. I hate this. They made General Grievous a joke. I mean, not Grievous. Why do I keep saying Hux and Grievous? All right. Hux is like the Hitler. Grievous is basically a cybernetic monster. All right. They make Hux into a joke. Oh my, come on. And Snoke. Oh my God, he's shorter. Very powerful still. Oh, he couldn't sense Kylo Ren. It doesn't make any sense. There's no explanation. And if you're wondering if I'm making an explanation video, no, because stupid Ryan Johnson, he thought that, I don't know, the Force means you can't sense things. That's what he thought. Oh my, he's such an idiot. And how can Leia survive space? I don't know, probably for 10 minutes. How can she survive? Makes no sense at all. Rise of Fake Walker. It sucks. The worst movie, all of Star Wars. I hate it. Somehow Palpatine returned. The only thing I loved is Ben Solo and Han Solo when they have that one moment and they talk and Kylo changes back into Ben. That's the only thing I like though. Everything else, it's bad. The fighting. And how is General Hux a traitor? He's literally dedicated to the First Order. And like I mentioned in Force Awakens, he's basically the Hitler. Did I say Grievous or Hux? I don't know. But he's literally the Hitler of Star Wars. And how could he be the spy? Alright. Solo. I'll put Solo in Master. I loved Solo. It's underrated. Actually, I might put Phantom Menace at night. Yeah, Phantom Menace goes at night. But back to Solo. It's underrated. I like the Kessel Run. I loved I don't know how it flopped. It's just good. I loved everything about this movie. I loved the actors. The acting was super good. And the only issues, they made Han Solo too nice of a person. And Rogue One, master. I liked Rogue One. It was very good. I even liked the Vader hallway scene. It has its issues, but it's super good. It's super good. And for Kathleen Kennedy time, it's a good movie. I'll say that. It's a very good movie.